Hey guys, alright, it's Brett from Iron Body Martial Arts, and in case you don't know, I run a channel here on YouTube that focuses on old style traditional martial arts and conditioning training and endurance and toughness training from many aspects of martial arts. This video is going to be entitled something like IBMA for MMA, and the reason is, or IBMA goes to MMA, or IBMA hits MMA, or something like that. And the reason for that is because today I joined up with my local MMA school, now that I'm in a position where I can, and I'm probably going to do some videos that follow along my progress and this and that and the next thing, and we'll see what happens. But also alongside that, I'm probably going to do a video series, so let me guys know your thoughts. I'm probably going to do a video series about how I find, you know, coming into an MMA training, sport combat environment, how I find that the various kinds of iron body conditioning, endurance and toughness training, old style kung fu training, how I find they help and how I find they haven't helped. Have they helped at all, etc., etc. Because the sports combat world is not really a world that I'm being much involved in. So yeah, we're going to chart that progress, and it's going to be good. And we will see how much of the camera and stuff I can get involved in it. So it'll be really cool. So I had my first lessons today. I had a Muay Thai lesson, and I did a no-gi jiu-jitsu lesson because I've done quite a lot of jiu-jitsu, but no-gi jiu-jitsu, BJJ, no-gi jiu-jitsu is probably the best thing to do for MMA and this and that and the next thing. And the plan is, the hope is to lead this all up into possibly even a fight, like a proper fight that I can put on here, which would be awesome. And it'll be awesome to document how the traditional arts have helped. Today already, I mean, this isn't any surprise, but obviously today the guys that I was training with were kind of, I didn't tell them anything, but you know, everyone who I trained with was like, oh, you know, what do? You do something, you know, so they could see that I'm a martial artist and I do stuff. I'm not just like a beginner who doesn't know anything. But having that said, I went there, I didn't try and big myself up, I didn't say anything. I just said, yeah, I've done martial arts for years, but I need to work on a few things within the sport combat arena. You know, I need to know that world because I don't know the world, and there's certainly loads of things I can learn in that regard. So yeah, on that tangent of the channel, I'll keep you guys updated. I know there's a lot of people and a lot of like, I don't know, like peripheral fans of the channel who say, well, we want to see how you do in MMA. So on that note, and I'll finish up quickly, some of the benefits already, well, this is no surprise because I do jiu-jitsu anyway, but any kind of neck training and neck strengthening training, great for when people are trying to put chokes on you, get you in a rear naked choke, flipping up off your head. Like already today I was pinned down a few times and whatnot, and I was able to one guy got me in a really good choke, but you know, he just couldn't manage to tuck my chin, and with that bit of strength and conditioning from doing the headstand training and stuff like this that I should be doing more, you know, I was able to just find myself an air gap, tuck my chin and survive long enough to pull my head out, you know, and surprising the people even in the first lesson of the BJJ, you know, not just being like choked out and beaten by just simple things. Another thing is the grip strength of obviously being able to grab hands, but obviously you're keeping, you know, you're not using all your force with each other, but being able to grab hands and just pin them and stuff like that, great. So already old style grip strength training, working a treat, neck training and endurance and toughness training, like what a lot of wrestlers would do anyway. Great, working well. With regards to the Muay Thai training, yeah, it was great, man. I'm a little bit not used to this world of like gloved hands and stuff like that. So I was just trying to get used to that. And I can throw most kinds of combos, but when you give me a combo, when you say like jab, cross, you know, I could throw it on a person, but when you give it to me in a combination, it's going to take my brain a bit of time to catch up to that, even though it's such a simple thing. So I enjoyed that. Benefits already of the iron body arts in the little bit of the Muay Thai training already is, well, the usual stuff, you know, obviously your kicks, your stability and your kicks and this, the distancing and stuff, the usual conditioning stuff. But we were all, it was just the first lesson, and we did a bit of very light sparring. So it's only in the later probably times or some heavier sparring that the power and stuff like that hopefully will come through. Yeah. So anyway, guys, look, thanks for following the channel. Thanks to my closed door disciples on Patreon following the conditioning. And thanks to the Patreon subscribers in general, and thanks to all you guys. So tell me what you think, tell me what your views are. Those are already some ways in which IBMA has benefited MMA, and that's only day one. I'm sure there's plenty more examples of stuff, not to mention the endurance and just fitness training. So yeah, all good. Anyway, guys, I'm going to sign out now. After my 2 lessons that I did, I then came home, had a bit of a rest, had an eat, and I then did some shin conditioning training on my bag with the beater, and I also did some knuckle and some iron palm training as well, and used the iron palm steel bag as well. I've got 2 methods. I've got my red palm sand method, and I've got the iron palm, the steel bag that I'm using, which I haven't really put out much on the channel because people who are following, I didn't want them to be doing that at the moment. Yeah, we were trying to build up. Anyway, cool guys, I'm feeling amped. It's cool things ahead. So watch this space and have a good training, everyone. See you around.